BJ Board Game Gumbo, I've got my guests here, Kevin and Melissa Delp from Tantrum House. We've got one more game to talk about tonight.
Let's do it.
This is a game I just got a little slip from Todd Rowland, AEG. And when I saw this game, I said, wow, Dead Reckoning. We got John, card crafting, and pirates. That's a pretty good combination. So tell me.
Yeah, I like Mystic Vale. I like Edge of Darkness. I need to play Dead Reckoning a little bit more. I've played it once so far.
We definitely want to play it a second time.
This one might be my favorite.
Of the three we're talking to? Okay.
Yes. So
I'm surprised because there's definitely player interaction in this one. This is a pirate themed game. As you can see, that pirate ship there with those cubes sort of tumbling out, almost like a dice tower-esque feel to it. Every player has their own color cubes. Those are battle cubes that are being thrown into the pirate ship, and that is the sort of where they land really depends on how well you're going to do in that battle. So the fires, if your cube lands on a fire, you're basically destroying parts of other people's ships, or at least getting them on fire, damage on them. And if a player's pirate ship gets 5 damage, that pirate ship sinks. So there's definitely player interaction on this one.
Well,
I need to try it again, but I enjoyed myself.
You didn't like that. That's okay. Expanding the horizons. Maybe.
That's right.
What about this game does it for you, Melissa? Even though it's got a little bit more player interaction than you normally would like, what is it about the game that does it for you?
I do like the card crafting a lot. You have basically 10 cards in your deck. They're your crew members, and they have a leveling ability throughout the game that you can upgrade them. Kind of like if you played Kingsburg, you have that building on the far right. That's the one you're trying to get to, so you have to go through all the other ones. Well, your characters have a certain leveling tree, and so you kind of look and go, oh, I really want my captain to get to level 4. So you go through and level them up. And then, of course, with the card crafting, you're adding advancements also into those cards to make them more powerful. So I like the control and the variability in the game with that.
There's exploration. As you can see, all those tiles on the board most of them are face down at the beginning of the game. And as your ship moves around the board, you're exploring different islands. And on those islands, there's a little bit of majority control. You'll see those cubes that you're actually placing out on the islands. And that majority control is a lot of that is end game points. And you can barely see it, but there's these little white buildings on those islands. And those are garrisons. And there's ways to help your production on those islands to get. Most of them give you like gold or barrels, and barrels are one of the main ways of purchasing. There's a sort of your resource for purchasing the transparent cards to not level up your characters, but sort of
to add the advancements.
To add the advancements to your player, to your crew. So yeah, everyone starts with the same base crew.
Okay.
And it's really up to you how you want to advance or upgrade, like Melissa was saying.
Yeah, so. In the rule book, they even have, do you want to go the pirate route or the merchant route or this route? Here's some advice of which crew members you would want to upgrade and how to go about playing that sort of role.
You can upgrade your ship too, because your ship can only hold so much, so many goods, and you can get cannons, you can get sails, so you can move around the board faster, which is really helpful if you're looking for certain cards or you want to battle someone.
This really sounds thematic. I mean, like he's really bringing in the piracy in there.
The first thing I said when we were playing this game, like this game is very thematic with the crew that you're upgrading, with the exploration. All of that is a very thematic. I felt like a pirate game. So.
I've enjoyed my games of Mystic Vale. I've enjoyed them, but the theme feels a little thin. Not thin at all. Everything about this seems like the card crafting becomes just a mechanic to deliver the story that you're going to create during the game, right?
If you remember back years ago, I think John came to AEG with a game that used this card crafting system, and they said, this is an amazing game. Let's make it so people understand the card crafting system first, which actually playing Dead Reckoning, if I didn't know Mystic Vale, I I would do fine with it, but I think knowing Mystic Vale, how that works, and how you gain advancements and all that kind of stuff, knowing that will help you get into Dead Reckoning a lot faster.
Yeah, some of the cards have symbols that will compound on each other. So for every wheel symbol on this card, you get more cargo or more sales, things like that. So kind of like the soldiers in Mystic Vale that you're trying to layer to get more points and things like that.
The version that you've seen, I mean, what I've seen on the internet, tons of great, awesome looking art, but how close is it to a final thing that you played? Was it still more of a PPC, or was it down the road toward the final game?
Yeah, I would say ours is really close. Our ships are plastic. The ship that you're rolling the cubes in was really well made. I can't think of. I mean, of course, the plastic cards that that you're used to in Mystic Vale. I mean, the art was all really amazing.
Yeah, so. Ian O'Toole did the art.
That's a winner right there. Thomas wants to know, how do the asymmetrical player roles work in Dead Reckoning?
So there's not really asymmetrical player roles. I mean, you have captain and crew. Everyone starts with a captain. They start with crew. They start with a bosun. They start with basically
like Dominion. You have the same starter deck.
Yeah,
it's how you choose to upgrade and advance that sort of gives you a possible role, but it's not like you're saying, I am the pirate or I am the merchant, that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's really up to you. Do you want to really go up like you see there? You can upgrade your ship to carry more goods. You're going to be able to do more stuff with merchant stuff, or do you want to? There's cannons on there. Do you want to start fighting people? So it's really up to you how you're upgrading your character.
Yeah. So there's the bosun all the way to the left. The bosun is just basically empty, and then you're going to add cards to create the character that you want. So they're not really asymmetrical from that standpoint.
Yeah, the asymmetrical comes in when you start crafting your cards. So,
and that is Dead Reckoning from John D. Clare. We know him from a million games, Space Base, Mystic Vale, all the other games. Coming out from AEG. I don't remember what it said.
So Kickstarter is launching in July.
Okay, all right.